Start practicing.
Polar Beats. Taylor about the fucking flex.
I do not get pushes by Balenciaga. I done did some fucked up things to make a dollar. Yeah, I've been laying low, I'm trying to change my karma. Yeah, nowadays I do not do it, I don't wanna. Yeah, and I find it hard to get you off of my mind. I'm saying, my mind, I'm saying.
Also, like doing more
I'm torn apart, cause you know everything that drives me crazy. That drives me crazy, yeah.
Hello there, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about how you can get the Wingman. So the Wingman is one of the best guns to use in the game, and learning how to use the Wingman can really help you improve in the game in general. So some of the things we're going to be covering about this video is the do's when you're using the Wingman, and also the don'ts. So we're going to start with the don'ts. Also, stick around till the end to see the best Kovacs routines to use so that you can get good at the Wingman. So without much talking, we're going to go to we're going to start with the don'ts so that you know what you're not supposed to do, and then we're going to go to the do's, what you're supposed to do when using the Wingman. So yeah, so one of the first things you need to stop doing when you're using the Wingman is you need to stop flicking. In my opinion, it leads to bad aiming habits, but I'm not necessarily saying you just need to stop flicking in general. You just need to stop flicking when you're aiming downside. Yeah, the only time you need to be flicking is when you're too close to the guy, or when he caught you off guard, so you need to like not flick to that. So yeah, so that's one of the don'ts you're not supposed to do. Instead, you need to track them. It's much efficient and much consistent when you track the enemy rather than flicking onto them. Because if you do this, you see you missing your shots. It leads to bad aiming habits. So you need to track them for more consistency and more precision in your aiming. So another thing you need to stop doing when using the Wingman is you need to stop spamming your shots. Like, you need to take your time when you're using the Wingman. Let's say if someone is, let's say somewhat this distance away from you, yeah, you need to, instead of spamming like this the whole time, you need to take your time and shoot your shots. Okay, that was a bad example. You need to take your time and shoot your shots nicely. So yeah, another thing you need to stop when you're using the Wingman, please, when you're using the Wingman, always aim downsides. I know people prefer using it without like aiming downsides. They prefer like firing the Wingman, but it's just for consistency purposes and to hit more shots.
Arc Star out.
I'd recommend anyone watching this video to always aim downside. The only time you need to hip fire is if the guy is literally like in your face. Okay, so on to the things you're supposed to do when you're using the Wingman. So one of the things you're supposed to do is you're supposed to utilize the movement at all times. You're supposed to strafe side to side, crouch when you're strafing in the middle of your strafes, I mean, so that you avoid getting hit by the enemy, because the Wingman has the fastest strafe speed out of all the guns. It's the fastest, followed by the shotguns, and then I made a video on this. I'm going to link it on the right hand corner. You're going to see it. You're going to see the guns that are fastest to strafe with. So yeah, so with the Wingman you need to utilize your movement a lot. so you need to move side to side. This is why the Wingman is so good with the Octanes and Bloodhounds, because of the increased movements they get when they're using the abilities. Because if you steam and then you like utilize your movement to strafe side to side and crowd spam, it's going to be so hard to hit you, which if you hit your shots,
Throwing arc star.
you can easily knock a guy down. Okay, so that's one of the things you need to know about good habits to use when you're using the Wingman. Another thing you need to know when you're using the Wingman is the best side to use. So far, the best side to use for all legends apart from Octane is the Hitchcock. The one I'm using right now. It's the 1x classic. 1x Hitchcock. This is the best side to use the Wingman, and the reason why I'm saying all legends apart from Octane is because of this reason. Let me show you. Hold on. He's Octane.
Now that's
So the reason why I'm saying this site is the best site to use with all legends apart from Octane is because Octane has added recoil when using the Wingman. So as much as Octane is fast, you can utilize his movement to counter like your enemies. When you're using the Wingman, you get extra recoil. So having no sight when you're playing Octane is much better than. See, it's much easier to. It's much harder to hit your shots than when you have the sight on. You can see the difference, right? See how much easier it is to hit with a iron sight as compared to the Hitchcock. So for that reason is why the Hitchcock is better. For this reason is why the Hitchcock is better to use with all legends apart from Octane. So yeah, another thing for my Octanes and Bloodhound mains watching this video right now is to hit your Wingman shot consistently when using your ultimates or using your abilities. You need to go to your settings tab, go to settings, go to video, and then you need to turn FOV scaling ability disable. This causes this. See when I steam, it's normal. There's no change in sensitivity, anything like that. You can see the difference, right? So with this setting enabled, with FOV ability scaling enabled, your FOV increases when you steam, which distorts your setting, the normal setting that you have. Or when you disable this setting, the FOV ability scaling off, your Octanes, you can hit your shots more consistently while still steaming at the same time. So your aim is still the same, and you get extra motion, extra strafe speed, which makes you even harder to hit. So yeah, this also applies to Bloodhound. Let me show you also.
I return to the hunt.
Oh my lord, I thought it was locked in there. I'll show you in a few minutes. So when you have your ultimate ready, you pop your dog.
I bathe in the blood.
When you have your ultimate ready, you have the extra speed in stripping, and your sensitivity still remains the same. So you still hit your shots. Yeah, so that's the FOV scaling, FOV ability scaling. When you, it's best when you have it disabled, especially if you play Bloodhound or Octane, because it helps you retain your sense while you're still using your Steam or your Bloodhound ultimates. So if you haven't yet disabled it, you need to go to the settings right now and disable it. Okay. So now we're into the best practices to use. The best practice to use or do to get better with the Wingman. So for my console, people who use the use console instead of PC, this video can still be applied to you. So what I usually like to do is I take both sides. You can take an extended heavy mag, a golden extended heavy mag. Take two Wingmans, one with the H-Pop and one with iron sights, so that you practice both sides. So any legend can be used in this routine. Okay, so for my firing range routine, what I usually like to do is I try implementing the two do's that I mentioned in the video, which is strafing side to side and tracking the object. So what you can do is you can come here, drop all your weapons, go on top of here, and you turn these bots on, then you fight them. Just do this for about 10 minutes every single time you come in firing range, and then in game you need to also use the Wingman, because something I realized in this game, like to get better. Okay, this is how you turn on the bots. Yeah, so to turn on the bots, you need to go here, the last entrance at the end. You can use Horizon to get up here, or Pathfinder, anyone can do, or even Valkyrie. You can Valkyrie up here. So yeah, you need to come here, crouch. You need to make sure the pin on my screen right now, the white dot you can see here, needs to be facing immediately, like at the bottom. Like you can even need to face downwards, that is. So when you're here, you need to change the legends, and then you hear a particular sound. That sound lets you know that you turned on the bots. So from then you just come down here and just fight the bots. So I'll show you what I like to do. So you take the Wingman, take two Wingmans, and just practice that way. Use both sides and take the heavy mod. So just do this for about 10 minutes to whatever time you feel comfortable. Also, another do that I've forgotten to mention is whenever using either the Wingman or the bolts, you need to use cover. You need to use whatever you have to your advantage. Like for example, here I can use this as a cover. See, use that as a cover. This practices the things that you do in game. Yeah, like that's how you develop good habits, good aiming habits, just by practicing. So I do that for every 10 minutes every single day to get good at the Wingman, and also when you're playing the game, use the Wingman. Whenever you see the Wingman, pick it up. Hello guys, I was in the middle of editing, then I realized that this video is longer than I expected it to be. I thought it's going to be like a short 10 minutes video, but it's turned out to be longer than I expected it to be. So I'm going to be forced to cut it short here, but I'm going to post the Kovacs routines to get good at the Wingman in the next video. So kindly leave this video a thumbs up if this video helped you. Follow my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/itsfox, like my YouTube name, and also consider subscribing to the channel to join the family. I'll be posting, I post this kind of content and epics improvement content, and also gameplay videos. So if that's what you're into, kindly consider subscribing. So I hope you guys have a good day, have a good week ahead. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.